Right now?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, Janvi.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. Okay. Yes, good morning. So very quick recap. I've been always trying to work on 5 minutes to just to have a quick recap of the previous lesson, okay, or the assignment, mainly the assignment. And if you have any difficulties, if you had any difficulties, so that we can just try to summarize in 5 minutes. Okay, here in social studies. So this was the first day's assignment. Now, so it's good that I can see most of them have submitted. Okay, if there's a continuation of like summation is not continued at least for 1 or 2 days, then I will have to inform, communicate it to the parents, okay, through Viber, either in the group chat itself. When I don't have enough time, I might just immediately keep it in the group chat. If not, I will send it individually in Viber if I see there's a Viber of your parents, which I can, if I find it very easily and quickly. So it's best that you don't do it consistently 1 or 2 days, okay. Continuous, if I see the trend, I'll send it immediately. Today if I see, I might not send it immediately, but again next assignment also 3 assignment, it's going 2 or 3 assignment continuously. Within the second assignment itself, there's a high chance I will send it, okay. Because I'll be recording mainly the ones who are not doing the assignment, okay, on time, because I want you to give that effort on time. Okay, now here you can see it's easy to see quickly which is blank turn in, which is not blank turn in, and about the quality will be checked afterwards, okay. So first priority is to check whether you have done them on time or not, and second priority I'll be checking them after you do some corrections as well. Okay, so based on these questions, please go to page number 81. So these were the questions. First question is, what is drug? Okay, let's do a feedback based on the answer that you write it down. Not always, but at times it's just to make sure that you are following according to the teacher's expectation. That might help you for external exams, okay. Might help you because some teachers might prefer that way of writing itself also. And more or less it's universal. Most of the teachers will appreciate that way of writing. Okay, this question goes to, okay, all of you please turn on your camera. Adrian, please keep your camera down. Adya, camera. Okay, first question is, what is drug? We have already discussed in the last class, but just to see what you have written. Okay. Janice, could you please read out your answer?
Drug is an addictive substance that causes changes in behavior and perception.
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 Okay, that's why we are doing this. Okay, just to see how you read, how you present. That's why I told you rather than this lecture, we are having some presentation at times, so that your verbal skills are also improving. So that is fine, but during your class work and homework, so whatever is the assignment that is given to you, please try to write them in your own words. Even if you see that answer is in the book, please write that in your own words. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
I'm not telling to Jenny Sunny, I'm telling to everyone. Okay, that's why we are doing this at times of as a feedback. Okay, so that I don't have to write them one by one in everyone. Okay, then that makes me more and more inefficient. So generally, and I don't want to repeat the same thing which everyone has been already following also, because like if you have a way of writing in your own words, that means that you're understanding that well also. And another thing is, it's like a plagiarism when you copy the same thing as it is. It's a plagiarism which should not be there. Even in any research to anything, you're not supposed to write the same thing. Even if you are told to do any research and you find the same type of research, then you copy the same to same line, that's plagiarism, and that will be penalized. So you have to have a train of writing that in your own words, but teacher might accept them. Is that clear? Because you're in one of the good schools, means you're not in a government school where it's difficult for you to even understand that English, and you write same to same line. Okay, you guys have very good English. Try to show that by like at least manipulating those words with the synonyms, sentence structure. Okay, and then just use them. But don't write the same thing at least for the class assignment. During exam time, once you have done in class assignment, then you can at least write it in your own words in the exam also, because you already have a practice of that. Okay, so next question is, what is drug abuse? Anushree, what is drug abuse? All of you please get ready with all your materials, okay? So be prepared for the class with all the materials. Do not make the teacher wait too much time. All these things will be observed, because as a student you have to be prepared, and that's one of the motto of scouting itself. Scout, which I was also during the school time. Okay, the main motto was itself to be prepared most of the time. Not all the time, but it's very difficult. So since, but your materials, those things should be at least ready. Okay, honestly, can you tell the answer of what is drug abuse? Okay, sound is not coming. Okay. Now you please keep your camera down. Ruchit also little down. You can see my head like exactly it's at the top, right? Karan, also keep it down. And you don't have to be very close to the camera also. Make sure your body can be seen. If it's a mobile, that's a different case. Okay, if it's a mobile, it's fine, because I want you to understand more than me looking at you, okay? Because the main thing is learning should be taking place. Not that from here it looks very good looking at you because you are in the frame, okay? So if it's a mobile, it's fine. You just come near and see if when it is required. When I'm presenting.
Sir, I'm from mobile.
Okay, but when I'm presenting only, you just try to make sure if you are close, it's fine. But when I'm not presenting, when it's speaking, at least keep it in a frame, okay, when I'm interacting. So that I know you're also interacting. Okay, honestly, if there's a problem with the mic, I will go on, continue with Pranik. Please keep your camera down and please tell the answer. Keep your camera down. Quick. See, I told 5 minutes and this itself is taking more than around 8 minutes already. First 5 minutes itself, the plan was to finish. Quick. So these are the things that I will remember when I am giving grade for the interaction, okay? So I'm not asking only people who are always sincerely waiting to answer, maybe Edina, maybe Yezat, or whoever are there, okay? I'm not just focusing on them. I'm taking up generally anyone. It's random pick up, so that means you have to be always paying attention. Pranik, what happened? Pranik,
Sorry.
why is it taking so much time? I told you your things has to be ready, and then you have to check when your friends are telling the answer and do the correction if it's a wrong answer.
Yes, sir.
Not that you keep on making this is, and you will see in the internal marks, I am not giving good grades for that. It's not that just for interaction, it's because of attendance, punctuality, assignment, different things, okay? It's not that you don't interact and that made all down also. In that also it goes down, and slowly other things also start going down. Other things won't go down from my side. Other things are exactly measured, okay? But these things, interactions, I can remember like how well you interact. Okay, Edina,
Yes, sir.
can you say that answer of what is drug abuse?
Yes, sir. Drug abuse is a serious public health problem that affects almost every community and family in some ways.
Okay, it's a serious problem that affects, so that Okay. So that's one of the way of defining to some extent also. You can talk about those different illegal use also. So, and it doesn't have to be very long since it's 1 marks. Okay, now second question. And there was another question also that was given, question number 3. But that was in next assignment. Okay. I'm not giving them all together at once because I am trying to give them regularly, little at a time. Immediately after I finish. Okay, not whole bunch at the same time. So it's to make you revise. Okay, what if a close friend of yours asked you to try drug, what would you do? So there's a thinking question. Okay, Saksham. What happened? I was seeing Saksham before sometime, then that place I started seeing Dava, then
Yes,
another
sir.
person is changing. Okay, Saksham, can you tell the answer? If a close friend of yours asked you to try drug, what would you do?
Sir, can you repeat?
Question number 3 of page 81. If a close friend of yours asked you to try drug, what would you do? Very short, question number 3. So in okay, like Saksham is taking too much time for now. We need to go immediately to next for now because this will be affecting later on when you don't interact and when you can't answer. Because I want to know, like, from your answer itself, I can know who's writing what type of answer. So that's why you have to make sure all your answers are good. Any question might be picked up, okay? And if the answers are not coming good, to some extent, I'll know you have not put in effort. Okay, I'll be picking up randomly, okay, Zanvi? Because if I only pick up those people who do it, then others people will never do it. They will not do it, and our teacher's concern is to make sure average grades are coming good, right? Average grades of all grade comes good. Okay, not only one gets A plus and others are all in D range. Okay, Ruchit, if a close friend of yours asked you to try drug, what would you do?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Question number 3 of page 81. All of you please listen, okay? I'm not going to repeat again and again. Once I ask, that is for everyone. You have to see your answer if and check it, okay? Is to do the correction. Leave very, like when I have to do the correction, try to leave very less area for me to do correction, okay? So you have to always do the correction. Right now, since it's virtual class, I know you have submitted the answer already before the correction, but in physical class, you know the answer comes again later on. The teacher is going to collect afterwards, right? So that the correction is already done, so teacher does not have to be writing again and again, okay? Okay,
Sir,
which is,
can you see the answer?
yeah.
I would not take the drugs from him, and I would also force him to stop taking drugs. And if he doesn't stop, then I will inform his parents.
Okay, so since it was opinion-based question, there's no exactly wrong or correct, exactly, if, as long as you have a good logic, right? So if you have given a good logic, then you will be getting good grades, and there will be opinion-based question. Not all of them will be memory-based question, okay? Like you saw last time, Bloom's taxonomy, where questions should be coming from all different sectors also. And from this book also, you can see in the specification grid, it's showing that the questions should be coming from all varieties. Okay, the way that they have written there. Okay, now next question goes to, so let's go to group B, question number 1. Why do you think people take drugs? Short question answer, question number 1. Two days we didn't do that correction immediately because like there were other feedbacks also. and too much feedbacks in the same day also, I feel like we will not continue the course. Okay, Salish.
Sir?
Okay, just wait. Salish, yes, fine. Okay, next, Karan, just
Yes, sir.
read out from your copy quickly.
Sir, which question?
Short answer question. Question number 1. Why do you think people take drug?
Okay, sir. I think people take drugs because they think drug is a solution, but eventually the drug becomes the problem. People take drugs because of the following reason: to fit in, to escape or relax, to experiment if they are in tension.
Okay, okay, that's good. So feedback is that you had how many points there? The following reasons are 4 points or 5 points?
4.
4. Okay, if it's written directly, it's coming 6 marks and it says 4 points, then it's fine. Okay, if not, go for 6. Is that clear? If the question is
Okay,
directly
sir.
4, then don't go more than 4. Make sure all your 4 points are exactly correct. If the question says directly 4, if not, try to go for 6. And the way he started paraphrasing at first, for 6 marks, that's good. You can write little introduction about people doing the drug abuse, little introduction, and then give the answer like a body paragraph, and finally you can just write little conclusion. Is that clear?
Okay, sir.
It's
Okay,
coming in
sir.
6 marks. No, it's not for Coron only. I'm telling for everyone. Is that clear? So I'm just trying to give an example. It's not I'm trying to tell one by one feedback. It's for everyone to follow that for next time. So that way you might be able to get little better grades. But make sure you don't just waste too much time on introduction and conclusion and have nothing in the body paragraph. Okay, main is body paragraph, the main answer. Okay, for others it's based on your time, how to present it well. Is that clear? So that's how you can start. When it's 1 mark, so you can write directly answer. 2 marks also you can write directly answer. Like people take drugs because of so and so reason. If it comes in 1 or 2 marks. But when it starts coming in around 4 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks, then give a little introduction, background of that. Background, and then only write it when it's in higher marks. Okay, now next question, that is question number, short question answer, question number 2. Write a letter to your brother, sister, or friend mentioning the ill effects of drug abuse and the measures to get away from drug abuse. So I want you to just tell what are the ill effects of drug abuse rather than the whole format of the letter right now. Okay, so because format I'll see in your answer. So I just need that main concept, okay, that you have written there, the ill effects of drug abuse. That paragraph only. Can you just read out? Rushan. Can you read out that? Just tell the ill effects of drug abuse, that paragraph that you have written. It should be in different paragraph when you write down later, right? Don't make it all single paragraph. I think you already know that. Even in exam of long questions, try not to make one's whole
Are
same
the measures or the ill effects?
ill effects. Itself is enough. Just tell that paragraph of ill effects. Just read that.
Drug abuse is a illegal or excessive use of drug which affects our health and families and society. More than 4% of the world uses drug. Drug affects our educational career. Also, we can suffer from cancer. From this kind of behavior, murder, robbery, and accident may increase in our society. So that's all of ill effects.
Okay. So how many points came? At least 4-5 points
For
will be coming, even if it is in later. Okay, because remaining 2 marks might go for your format and other things. Is that clear? Like it might go for your format, it might go for the whatever you have written. Others minimum at least try to come around 4 points. It can come in a creative way. Okay, you can write it in a creative way, like same way in the dialogue that I sent you last time. You saw that format. That was a very quick time. I wrote that within 1 hour. Okay, that was because like I was given one assignment just to do that within time, and I just wanted to experiment it quickly, and then you could use that type of way of showing creativity. If I had time, I would do it more better at that time, but I did it very quickly for the sake of doing within 1 hour. Okay, now, so next question is, why is it difficult to stop drug trafficking? This is the last question, and then we will continue with our lesson today quickly. Okay, the next question goes to, again, Pranik. I'm just checking if you have submitted or not.
Yes, sir.
But if you have submitted, please read that.
Yes, sir.
And please do the necessary correction, and you can change that also, okay? Submit on submit. Is that clear? If you did the correction, so that I don't have to write too many correction there. After the normal, if I have done correction, then that's why I will only check whether you have done or not done when it is the submission date. Now, after 2-3 days, only I will be checking your detailed answer inside. So whether you did the correction or not, okay? Pranik, can you tell the answer? Again, Pranik has been taking so much time. I'll have to remove you, okay? If you don't keep on participating, I will feel you're doing something else. Can you read out the answer quickly? It shows you have submitted here.
Sir, I don't have my copy right now, sir.
And then why are you sitting there without a copy? And when you know you have to have minimum a book and a copy and writing materials with you. If I remove you, you know that you will not be able to join again. Are you going to get it right now or not?
Sir, I will try once. Sir, I'll get my copy.
Okay. Meanwhile, next person, Nicholas.
Yes, sir.
Can you try that answer? Why
Yes,
is it
sir.
stop drug trafficking?
Why is it difficult to stop drug trafficking? Because the trafficking run their business in an organized way. The trafficking use their private means of transportation to supply it. They have good link in custom airports, etc. There is a good deal of money in the business.
Okay, thank
Sir,
you.
I got my copy.
Okay, you have got the copy, it's fine. Always make sure it's with you. Next time if I find it's not with you and you give that same reason, I'll have to remove you immediately. Okay, it shows you're not prepared and you're just sitting down there for whole time. It's not the first 5 minutes also. Okay, first 5 minutes till I can understand maybe you're not getting organized, although you're supposed to be. Okay. The ones who are perfect, I think they're always organized and ready with all the matches that they have. At times I'm also not so much well organized with those things. That's why I just left for 1 or 2 minutes, okay? Because 1-2 minutes, it also takes time for me to get the things out. Okay, so that was a very good answer. So based on all this, like, he used his creativity to also tell about the customs office to everything. So it was exactly in the book itself. So this is about the reason they have their own boards, all these things we discussed. Okay, so you have to write average, I told you, around 4 to 6 points, okay? At least 6 points when it's not written directly, when it's 6 marks, but 4 points when it says directly 4. Exactly. If it says 4, then don't try to go too much for others. Just make sure you have complex sentence to make sure more things are included there. You know what is a complex sentence? A simple sentence, 2-3 simple sentence can make one complex sentence in which you can express more and more. Sometimes you can use that technique. If it says 5 sentence, why write simple sentence then? Okay, but don't use that. Don't try that complex sentence too much and make mistakes in grammar also. It's not easy to write. Okay, grammar can come mistake. But so if you write simple sentence, then you know it's just going to be 5 sentence. If you write complex, then you know more things are going to come. It looks like 5 sentences also, and more things you have expressed, means because you have writing speed also, then more points come, and then you are going to get better grades. Is that clear? If you're opting to write too much, Just make sure it's 5 sentences by using complex sentence also, if there is no word limit. Okay, is that clear? So that's what I told for those who are trying to write more to express more, because they know more and it's saying only 5 sentences. Why not use a method of making it complex? And you know what is a complex sentence, isn't it? Do you, most of you know? Yes, right? Okay, now let's go on. So we have already discussed about the major effects, although I didn't keep that question I keep the question of effects itself. Next is causes of drug addiction. Okay, before we begin with this topic of causes of drug addiction, please go to your book, go to page number 79. So we can just use both the resources, okay? So that we are clear from both the places, from one from read more, another from teacher's side also. And they are different, it's not the same, because I didn't refer to read more book at all while making this also, or while writing, or directly not from one book also. Okay, so causes of drug addiction, but in my sentence here you'll see more simple sentence. Okay, causes of drug addiction. What could be the cause of drug addiction? Others. So first one here is excessive freedom. When people get so much freedom, then they can't utilize those freedom, and they start doing all those nonsense, okay, all those other activities, because they are not under any discipline. So that's why discipline is also important. Sometimes some try to give excessive freedom, and that's when they start not utilizing those freedom to some extent. Whereas there's a different philosophy also, that people, if they have, like, they have given enough freedom during the school time itself or during childhood, and then they have learned to use that well, means they have less chances of getting spoiled when they're adult also, because they already know how to utilize that. But if they're on a strict, too much strict system, then later on when they're given freedom, then that time also they can get spoiled, because they are not able to use that again, because they don't know the logic, that they don't have clear understanding. So but however, excessive freedom also should not be given. Next is mental disturbance. So in case of mental disturbance, when people are mentally disturbed, okay, like because of sometimes maybe relationship, maybe because of family, maybe because of different things, also they try to opt for using drugs, because they feel it is going to give. We have not discussed about these causes, right, last class. So they feel this might be a solution, because when they take it, they might forget for that certain, whatever was the pain, whatever was the tension, whatever was the frustration, whatever was the depression, they might forget while they are taking. Maybe alcohol also they might forget, but that's not the permanent solution. Again, after that is over, then again that problem will of course come. Okay, and every day you cannot be taking that. So that's why also people try to think this might be a solution, but that's temporary. It's not for long term. But people think that is the solution, and they take it as well. Next is teenage excitement. Okay, that's excitement they want to try out. That's because of your peer pressure, because of not only peer pressure, because of their peers or other people trying, or maybe they see some good advertisement, good, not good advertisement. They see advertisement which fascinates them. It's not good, I mean, say bad advertisement, but it's that fascinates them, and they feel good. Then that's when they get excited to try that out. Maybe from movies, when they see some celebrities in the movie acting out, they might think it's a good, or whatever they have thought of. Maybe they're sometimes whatever they, that's what also might make them excited to try drugs out. On the same with family problem and peer pressure, and sometimes because of too much high expectation, they get depressed, and then they again try to find solution here. Okay, they have so much high expectation, and they are not able to meet those high expectation. They have their own big dreams. Okay, some dreams are not, sometimes it doesn't go as per your plan, how you imagine it during the childhood. But although you have to keep on trying. If you aim for 100, it comes like 90, isn't it or not? So you have to know that even if you, that's why teacher also is trying to have a higher expectation. Okay, so that at least you'll maintain the level. So high expectation of youth itself, that also can lead to frustration, depression, and that then they have some mentally disturbance and they try that out. And other is drug traders itself trying to use them for criminal purpose, and they try to use them by giving these drugs. So these are the various causes of drug addiction. So these are the causes. So if you see these are the causes, we already discussed about the effects also. So now we're going to talk a little more in detail about the effects from your book. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. See your book. So it has been divided further into individual, family, and society. So in case of individual, that's going to affect you individually, because the people taking drugs cannot concentrate on their studies, because they're itself going after that, whatever they say for them, maybe they might feel it's a pleasure for short term. In the long term, that's not going to give pleasure. Whenever you go for pleasure, that's when you start getting pain. That's what it says. Okay, slowly maybe getting headache, migraine, to everything, hangover you can see. Not only that, slowly it's going to affect your brain damage, right? That's what we told, brain hemorrhage. Okay, these are individual effects for physical. That's what we already told. Then that type of people who take alcohol or drugs, they cannot even concentrate in their work. They're not focused. Okay, and when they're not focused, they are not going to do well in any field exactly. So main thing is we have to try to be focused also. And but this type of alcohol and drugs are going to make sure that people are not able to focus and they cannot pay attention. And that means poor performance in studies, or maybe poor performance in even work. And when it's poor performance, means of course it's going to be a loss of job, a loss of education. And other ways are they're going to itself get cancer. That's again because of those drugs that sell different even like you take tobacco or anything, you can see mouth cancer, to different things are happening, because that's going to kill the cells there, and that's itself cancer. And another thing is financial crisis, because financial crisis is going to happen because you are spending so much money for these things. It's expensive. One of the reason is trafficking itself has been made expensive, because they have to bribe in so many places, corruption and all these things get charged. Yes or no? It has to come illegally. And when it has to come illegally, it's going to be more and more expensive also. It's still directly illegal. Once it's illegal, means more money has to be spent before doing any illegal work. Whatever is still illegal, it's because they have to give it for corruption money, or the one who is doing that also will charge high when they have to do the trafficking. And financial crisis is also, of course, going to happen, because you have to pay so much for that. And people like sometimes you can see the connection, you can connect. If the people have financial crisis, then to get that they might start having a problem as the family conflict. They might be asking the family, parents, okay, or maybe spouse or anything, what is the level of that person, anything. And that's going to cause like some type of domestic violence, or maybe sometimes in the society, stealing, robbery, murder. Okay, for money they might start doing other criminal activities just to get money. Okay, other type of trafficking, again, anything. So you can see different types of criminal activities can also be linked slowly if we keep on connecting. If we connect, things get connected. There can be any cause and any reason. There's no exactly one only cause or any one reason behind people doing that. So these are the various effects for the individual. And next is for the family also. We told family also they're going to have a problem because of financial things. They're itself going to be a problem because the way they think, okay, because they're not involved in any type of family responsibility, because they're itself in their own world. That itself is going to cause a problem to other family members, okay, like who have their own dreams, right? And then that's going to lose respect within the family, not only family, society as well. Financial crisis because of spending in unnecessary thing, that's just going to affect health. And it shows a negative impact to the children. It's also sometimes some children might think my father, some children might not take it that way. They might think it's bad, I will not do that. Okay, that's how they have to analyze. If father or anyone does it, you have to try to reflect, not say so and so did it, so I did it. So if you have to also analyze, is that good or not. If you think that's good, then you do it. Okay, but telling that is a role model. If not, you have to analyze. Since a father drinks, takes, it's not that someone has to follow that. So and so drinks, that's bad, so you don't take it. But it shows a bad impact to the family, okay, to the children itself. So that's another problem. So I'm trying to tell, you don't just see someone else and just copy it. You have to analyze yourself and think if it's bad, then don't do it. That's not good. The way that person is treating you is not good. Then why do you then you don't do that to the next person? Because you already know that it's not good. So that's for the family, and same way with the society. So these are the different effects. And finally, just one thing just to finish it. So solution, what is the solution? Is of course to have strict laws. We have the laws. In spite of laws, you can see the corruption, you can see the bribery to do them illegally. So that means corruption should be also stopped. So corruption should be also very tight, so that these things are also not like these things are also controlled. In spite of laws, corruption is there. Then if the corrupted people are not like punished, then all these illegal activities, whatever law is made, nothing will be followed. The court is corrupted, then who is going to follow it? Itself, sometimes the law, whoever gives more money, then the law goes for that. Then how can all these things stop? The next one is say no to drugs. Like itself, what will you do? Like if your close friend asks you to take drug, what do you do? It's itself trying to say no to drugs, right? So you have to try to more or less, so that it's very harmful for your body. So thing is to say no to it at all and not to even give out a try. Maybe some people have tried, but they might not have got addicted. They might have just experienced also. But if people get addicted, then that's a problem. Okay, next is counseling. In case of counseling also to some extent, that's why I was trying to bring itself something linked with this, okay, social problem. So it would be a resource person. So I went to first talk with the counselor itself. At the same time, there's other things also in my mind. But as long as we have the resource within the school, I go out. That's my concept, okay? If there are other resource person itself within the school, why not use them first and then only go for the people outside the organization? So she'll be coming on Tuesday and just be again doing the similar type of activity. I think not same, but it must be different. And then positive attitude towards drug addicts also, so that they can do it, so they can perform better as well. And similarly, awareness campaign should be there. That's what the work of social work students do, like BSW, okay, Bachelor in Social Work from KU Kathmandu University, to BA in Social Work, all relating to this type of awareness, drugs, social problems. Okay, and that's why I was trying to go for those type of people, just to come and do this as a resource person, which they have been doing, because they might have better and better slides than because they might be doing it most of the time, because that's only their field of expertise. And social studies has all the social sciences to most of the things here. And stop advertising alcohol. Although they advertise, you can see it has been told, in spite of like they have been advertising, you can see always it's been written there, like alcohol is injurious to health, or smoking, or drugs, whatever is there, they have been saying it. Okay, so media war against drugs, and there is a syllabus for at different level during the school time itself, so that people are not into this at all.
Sir,
Okay, so these are the things. So we have finished over here. Rehabilitation centers should be also established, and more organizations itself should be established, so that they work against drug trafficking or drug awareness, so people are not into this activity. Okay, is that clear? Any question? Okay, if not, we'd like to end. I know the time was there. I was just trying to finish it. Okay, thank you so much. If you have any question, you can ask. If not, you can leave, but I will not leave before you by ending directly. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask. If not, I will be the last person to move out.